Hi everyone, so I'll be demonstrating my activity. Since I am in a virtual aspect, I couldn't have my students do this activity from home. So I will just demonstrate it on basically the instructions and what the students will be required to do. So the students will be put into groups of 5, and they will each be given a strip of cardboard that will represent their ramp, 3 blocks, and a toy car, or I guess a tiny dinosaur. And they will also be given sticky notes so that they can label it ramp 1, ramp 2, and ramp 3, which will basically be placed on the destination of where the car would land, depending on the ramp. That way, when all 3 sticky notes are labeled and are placed in different locations, the students will be able to see which ramp caused the car to go faster. So we're just going to start off with using 1 block for ramp 1. And then from there, we go label it. I'm going to put it off to the side just so it doesn't run into it when we do the other 2 tries. Now from here, we're going to go to 2 blocks, fix our ramp up again, and let the car go. And that's ramp 2. And now for our final ramp, we're going to add the 3rd block. This one might be a little tricky, so students might have to put their hand behind the 3 blocks to keep it sturdy. And that's ramp 3. Even though it might go off to the side a little, it doesn't matter. If the students would like to do several test tries of the car turned off to the side and it made ramp 2 longer than ramp 3, they can do that. That way they can get different data to see what could be like the causes for the car to go faster, whether the curve can change the force or if the height of the ramp can change the force as well. So I'm just going to place the final sticky notes based on where the car landed. And we're just going to show you just so you have a visual. This is what the students will be able to see. They'll see that their first ramp didn't go as far, and the 2nd and 3rd ramp did go farther. Now, the 3rd ramp probably would have went a lot more distance than the 2nd one, but since it curved off to the side, it probably threw the whole force of it off. And like I said, this is where students will be able to test try the ramps multiple times to get the data that they want. And that's all I have for my activity. If time permits, we will run the same test, but instead of having 3 blocks, it'll only be 1 block. But the ramp will be made of different material. So the students will have a cardboard ramp, they will have a paper ramp, and a ramp made of aluminum foil. And just using 1 block, the students will run the test 3 different times to see if the material of the ramp can also change the force of the car. And it'll give the students a different visual at the same time to see, well, the cardboard ramp was more smoother than the aluminum ramp because it was pretty bumpy. So the cardboard ramp had more consisted of more force for the car. So that if time permits, we will the students will be able to run that activity as well. But this will be consisted of the main activity of just 3 blocks and a cardboard strip.